the Wednesday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, 7 races to take a look at here and some Saturday types in here as well, so going to be very competitive.
Yeah, really good Wednesday meeting. Welcome to our viewers. And Adam, there's certainly a few that we'll be seeing on Saturdays moving forward.
Yeah, looking forward to going through this card. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. The immovable rail is out 15 metres, cutaway in the straight. There are easterly breezes, which normally when the rail's at this condition, this far out, we do see them running on strongly. But with those easterly breezes, expecting it to be a little bit more fair, but I still think you want to be midfield, just off the speed a little bit and running on strongly. I think that will certainly suit.
You got it spot on Saturday, so you are the man to follow with those conditions, and it might even things out this Wednesday, but certainly follow us on the social media channels and during the day to see what's doing on the track.
Well, let's take a look at race number 1 then, Mark. It is over the 1,000 metres. It's a Class 1 handicap, and there's probably 2 or 3 here that we will see definitely featuring on Saturdays in a couple of weeks.
Well, we already have seen one of them. 2 for 22 will be one of them going around on Saturdays very shortly, but we'll have a look at last start winner. Vane Striker out of the Justin Warwick yard, winning at 30-1.
Black Stellar in the straight though. What's up, Doc? Raced up on the outside of Vane Striker. Getting an inside run is Damn Lucky. Madrid Centro is on the outside, and now Bushfire Blonde is joining in with a good run. Vane Striker's still got the lead. It's Vane Striker in front. Down the outside is Bushfire Blonde battling on. On the inside is Damn Lucky and coming through to Garda, but it's Vane Striker in front. And this
was an impressive win by this filly, almost a surprising win as well. Justin Warwick had 2 in this race. This was the one that was right out of the market. The trials before that had been beaten 10 lengths, 4.5 lengths and 7 lengths as well. So there wasn't much to suggest that this filly was going to rock up and put in a performance like this. What I will say, although a nice win, I've got massive question marks over the horses it beat. It was a leader's day as well, and this horse found the front. So I think it's got potential. I think it can be up to this grade as well, but this is a much harder task.
Being by authorised as well, I would have thought that this filly would get a little bit further. Adam, in the race, we've also got number 1, 2 for 22 out of the Dan Pearce yard. Recent trial was very good.
I got a bit of an opinion of this galloper. I liked the runs behind Pick's Pride. It was a nice win at Pinjarra last campaign, and then raced against State Solicitor as well. The recent trial, it went to the front. Now, I don't think it'll do that on race day. I think with the speed in the race from Miss Iconic, Miss Dundee, and also Vane Striker, even Inherit the Magic, he'll just be able to sit off them nicely and attack the line strongly here. Jared Noski is due a winner. He's been out with injury. He's just trying to get back into this now. I think this horse is really well suited in this race.
Number 6 as well, Mr. Undercover, my on top selection. A really nice style of gelding by Star Witness has opened up around the $10 mark for Glenn McTaggart. Jason Whiting takes the ride here. Only the one start back in August where it was disappointing, but the recent trial against the older horses over 1,100 metres was good. Bowler Doozra ran along on that occasion, but I really like the way this horse hit the line.
Nominated for the Belgravia, of course, on Saturday, was scratched from that, and then comes now to a weaker assignment. You mentioned about being disappointed from that first up run. Don't be. You had cardiac arrhythmia, had plenty of excuses throughout. The trials were good. It beat Nashville Cat. We've seen what that horse has gone on to do since. This trial behind Bowler Doozra, which was wound out for that trial, just trying to make sure it's ready to go into a sprinting race, was really good as well. I'm with you here. I think this 3-year-old can definitely play a part, especially from barrier 4.
Adam, your selections?
I'm going to go with number 1, 2 for 22. From number 3, Miss Iconic. 2, Don't Let Tomo Go. And 6, Mr. Undercover.
I've got the 6 on top, Mr. Undercover. From the 7, Vane Striker. 1, 2 for 22. And 3, Miss Iconic.
Race number 2 at Ascot, a staying event over the 2,200 metres. Mark, some interesting form lines here. Military Service, we know is a Saturday galloper but hasn't tasted success for a while. Flying Force, different runner when returning to Ascot. The Carnup Kid, Saxapack and Do You Do, been there and about in recent times.
Absolutely, the one you mentioned at the top there, the Carnup Kid, won really impressively last start at Northam. Let's have a look at that replay.
Front Hill immediately drawing the whip on. Special Words, Keep Flame Alive. Mudload near the rail running on. Follow deep out, Wakaha Kid. Black Lily struggling. The Carnup Kid inside the 200 though, going great guns. Still 2.5 lengths in front. Battling away, Special Words, Keep Flame Alive. Mudload now running home along the inside, but the Carnup Kid much too good. The Carnup Kid...
Yeah, it was an impressive win there by Carnup Kid. Had the 25 career starts now, 3 victories and 7 placings. And normally when the money comes for this galloper, they're right. I remember a day at Pinjarra over, I think it was the 1,600 metres, was backed in from $40, $50 into $6.50 and won by 2 or 3 lengths on that occasion. This win was really nice nice at Northern, had to do all of the hard work with the 59 kilos. Brad Parnham rode hands and heels and kicked away at the top of the straight and won by 2.3 lengths on that occasion. Now, with the speed in this race from horses like Lady Trader, Do You Do, Saxapack doesn't mind rolling forward as well. I think this horse can sit just behind them and with the 57 kilos run on, and certainly is a winning chance again.
Number 3, Lady Trader, 7-year-old mare you mentioned by Trade Fair. Adam's been running in excellent form. 1-2 starts ago in Class 5 company, and then last start in a City Bunbury race, it was only beaten 2 lengths by Prying Tom, who's won 2 in a row.
Yeah, the form lines are pretty good here. Small question mark for mine is 1,300 metres to the 1675, now straight to the 2,200. I do like to see that run before, but you go back last campaign, has won over 2,000 and 2,200 metres as well. With the claim, gets in nice with the 55 kilos, and this 7-year-old mare's actually got better with age, so she is certainly another chance it'll be on speed.
Number 7, Do You Do as well, down the bottom there. Adam Martin Allen trains this one. William Pike takes the ride from Taylor Stone. Should be rock hard fit. He's very good at preparing these stayers.
Yeah, this horse was really unlucky last start. It was a brilliant ride by Brad Parnham on call 911, which just fought out with Taylor Stone over the final stages, and his strength that got this galloper over the line. Now, William Pike takes a ride from her, 54.5 kilos. Hasn't won for 321 days, this mare, but we know she had a bit of class when she was back with Shane Quilty back in the day as well. She's another that can roll on the speed. I think a winning chance in this race, and I'll put her on top from number 6, Saxapack, which definitely has some good Saturday form lines for the Carnup Kid and 2 Flying Force.
I'm going with the 3 on top, the 7-year-old mare, Lady Trader, from number 7, Do You Do, 6, Saxapack, and 5, Power Pack.
Race number 3 at Ascot. It's over the 1,800 metres, a Class 3 handicap. Only the 8 runners to take a look at, Mark, and I don't know your selections, but I'm thinking it's sort of a race between 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, there's only a couple in this race with upside and who could go on to bigger and better things. One of those is probably Celtic Wizard from the Fred Kersley yard. Let's have a look at it winning impressively at Northam last start.
Has got the lead. Leads by a length and a half Argyle Express. Here's Celtic Wizard though, putting in a big surge down the centre of the track, and then Spiritual Lift and Petite Dancer running on, but Celtic Wizard has raced up and shot to the front. Down the outside, Petite Dancer. Celtic Wizard, the leader, doing it well. This has been a big performance coming away from Petite Dancer. Carenti comes through.
It was a really nice performance, wasn't it? I remember it was an emergency for this race, got in with the scratchings, but was still drawn out in barrier 14, and for that reason I think people were just a little bit cautious. But the way this horse showed that brilliant turn of foot down the outside, won comfortably then by 2.3 lengths and wasn't asked of a lot from Stephen Parnham on that occasion. Now it gets the extra 200 metres, should get conditions to suit as well. There's not a lot of pace in this race, but I think this horse can go back to back.
We didn't see it in the replay there, but it was posted 3 wide at the back of the field with a little bit of cover, has to be said, but it was still a strong performance down the outside there at Northern. We've also got in the race, Adam, number 4 there, Bjorn to Love, the stablemate. Ben Patterson gets the ride here, and he had 1 ride on Saturday and it was for 1 win.
Yeah, they'll be hoping to get that winner again with this horse. It's actually been racing pretty well. 2 starts ago, it was beaten a nose by Indy Pacific, and then last start beaten the 2 lengths by Jaspara, but was held up down the straight. So I think stretching out in distance will certainly suit this 6-year-old gelding. Hasn't won now for 469 days, but just looks to be knocking on the door.
Number 5 as well, Princess Jasmine. William Pike stays on here on the 1-week backup after winning very nicely over the same track and distance.
Yeah, this horse really turned around its form, because prior to that it had been pretty average. I know they've had a bit of an opinion of the galloper, but it only had the 1 win from 14 starts. But this race was running nice time. Big Red Costa made sure they ticked along nicely out in front, and we got to see her turn of foot was certainly impressive. And she has to be a winning chance again, but I'm going to go with number 3, Celtic Wizard, from 5, Princess Jasmine, 4, Bjorn to Love, and 6, Grinding Hard.
I've got the 3 on top as well, Adam. Celtic Wizard was desperately unlucky 2 starts ago, got the win last start. From the 4, Bjorn to Love, 5, Princess Jasmine, and 6, Grinding Hard.
Race number 4, it's a Class 3 handicap over the 1,200 metres. And Mark, we mentioned at the start of the program that there's a few horses that may go forward here, and I think there's a few in this. Luke's Gold certainly has been impressive. Secret Charge is a horse I've got a bit of an opinion of as well. Cool Image has been knocking on the door, and even Pearl of Decoy, I thought the run was okay on debut. So a few that I think we'll see just stepping up a little bit. I
tend to agree with all those comments, Adam, but we'll lead off with the replay here of number 1, Luke's Gold, winning last start at Northam.
The class at the 350, Miss Dundee, the leader from direct approach, and Sixpence Spence Jacucu over on the inside, and deep out is Luke's Gold by the 150, though Sixpence Spent and Luke's Gold have come together to fight it out. They're doing battle, Luke's Gold and Sixpence Spent. Luke's Gold the outside with his head in front, though, doing far the better. That's a grand win.
Source has really surprised, hasn't it, in the recent runs for the box seat followers. Of course, you jagged it at a really nice price on debut. It jumped at 14s, but it was a much bigger price earlier than that when the box seat was on, and from there it's continued on as well. Was barrier 11 last start, was out out wide throughout and still was able to win by half length on that occasion. Now carries a 57 kilos with a claim to Randy Tan, jumps from barrier 7. I can see it making it 3 in a row.
I absolutely can as well, Adam. And going on to Saturdays as well, as we mentioned at the top of the program, I think certainly one to watch and follow. Number 9 you mentioned as well there, Adam, Perla Decoy from the Brian Kersey yard. I was a fan of the first up performance, certainly got improvement.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice run. This was a very strong leader's day on this occasion. My Grace was the only horse really that made up ground the entire occasion. We saw that run on Saturday. Now, fitter for the run, 1,200 metres, barrier 4. Brad Parnham taking the ride. I think, as you said, it'll improve and definitely play a part in the 4.
A couple more to quickly touch on. Number 3, Source of Survival. The trial was very good. First up record isn't great, but the trial was good and did hit the line strongly behind a smart 3-year-old and Get Over It.
This is a horse that has certainly got more upside, and we started to see that last campaign. You only have to take a look at the form lines around Senso and also Madame as well. The trial was good behind Get Over It. I just think it wants 14, 15, 1600 metres. So just thought there was a few more suited at the 12. It may just be caught out late.
And number 6, Cool Image, of course, a former Peters runner, I'm pretty sure. William Pike rides for Sharon Miller now. They almost got the chocolates 2 starts ago. Last start was beaten in a tougher race, but Sharon Miller's said next preparation he wants to turn this horse into a stayer. Back down to 1,200 metres here though.
Yeah, that's my big concern. Look, I think this is the horse with the most upside in the race, but 1,200 metres again, I would have liked to see it over the 14. Does have a good turn of foot, and they've been able to freshen up this galloper. I think it can win, and I've put it on top from number 4, Secret Charge, 1 Luke's Gold, and 9 Perla Decoy.
I've got the 3 on top. Source of Survival first up. I really like the trial. Ahead of number 1, Luke's Gold, 6, Cool Image, and 9, Perla Decoy.